So today we are going to talk about sequential programming. Okay, sequential programming structure. What I mean by sequential programming structure, at a high level, I'll tell you. Anytime you write code, right, you are going to write one of the three type of structure you are going to follow. And it is not optional that you use this or use that. Some place you write one structure, some place you will need another structure. I'll talk what I mean. So the first one is what we are going to use is called sequential. In sequential, every line of code is going to execute from top to bottom. You are not going to skip any line of code. The next unit we will talk is what we call it conditional. In conditional, you will write 10 lines of code, but you may decide to execute 5 lines of code and skip another 5 lines of code. Depends on the condition. And it's going to be very interesting because in some scenarios, you want computer to do X, and in some another scenario, you want computer to do Y. So that's what we refer as conditional. And third type of block, what we call it is iteration. Right? In iteration, you are going to repeat the same task 5 times. So suppose I'll talk more about it, but I want to give you a quick overview. Suppose you are standing at the gate of a classroom, and your job is to ask the name of the student and welcome. Okay? So first student comes and you ask him, what's your name? And he says, Mika. Right? And say, welcome, Mika. Then next student comes, what's your name? Say, Anish. Welcome, Anish. Next student, Varun. And what's your name? Says Varun, and you welcome Varun. So if you look at it, you're executing just 2 lines of code for every student. You're asking the name and you are also welcoming. These 2 set of instructions you're repeating on all students. So rather than doing these 2 lines 10 times for 10 students, you write only 2 lines of code, but run it in a what we call it loop, right, for all the students. And that is what I meant by iteration. And there are different ways to do iteration and all. But at a high level in programming, all the codes you write belongs to one of these 3 types, and all 3 are supplementing each other. Some places you need, if there are conditions, you use conditions. For example, you are checking if you are eligible for vaccination. You don't simply vaccinate. You ask, okay, what's your age? And he says 12. So, okay, welcome, you are eligible. You say, okay, what's your age? And he says 10. Sorry, you're not eligible. So see, one side you are vaccinating because of age is 12. Another side you are saying sorry because age is 10 years old. What we call it conditions, right? We'll use condition age greater than or equal to 12, then yes, otherwise no, right? Yes, otherwise no, and no vaccination. This is what we call conditions. But in this unit, this is your next unit, and after that. But this unit, we are focusing more on sequential structure, in which you will write lines of code, and every line of code executes from top to bottom and right to left. Right? When you say right to left means there is an equal to sign, you are doing something on this side, and there is a variable on the left side. This part will execute first, and then next this part will execute. Okay? And for this is for every line of code, top to bottom.